Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. And in this one, we're going to be talking about yet some more information that's being kind of found by the community that actually even further hints that, you know what, Yone, Yasuo's brother, actually might be a champion coming to League of Legends, just still very far away. But there's a bunch of little hints and things that people found, and Easter eggs even as well, that kind of point towards that. So it seems to be like, honestly, he actually might become a champion. Boys and girls, that's going to be absolutely hyped. So let's just get this party started. There's a bunch of information to go over. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, especially if you're excited for Yone to become a champion. So let's get this party started. Boys and girls, there's an Easter egg post over here on Reddit that talks about the Nightbringer skin. So he says, if you die from a level 6 with Nightbringer Yasuo skin, the color of the sword changes in the live servers. This is similar to the image from the 2020 League of Legends Dev Champion introduction video. The sword color changes to red. Now, I mean, what does that mean, right? I mean, is that an Easter egg? Is that a coincidence? What is that? So he's talking about, of course, this video. So you can see this is a video that Rad released not too long ago, about talking about, you know, new champions coming out and stuff like that. And you know, Riot Games, you guys know Riot Games love their little teasers and Easter eggs. So check it out. So I think the main teaser here is actually not for Yone. This is like for the, I think, the jungle champion or something like that. I forgot who exactly. But you can see this little sword here. That's great. Now watch, as I play the video, it changes to red. Right now the sword is red, so now you might be thinking like, okay, well, okay, maybe not, right? So this is another example of it right here that the person posted in the Reddit thread. Now if you go over here, Nightbringer Yasuo level 6 dies, and then you can see the sword goes from a basic color where it has, I mean, essentially no color to it whatsoever, to eventually becoming this kind of red looking sword as well, like this, right? Which looks exactly like it does in this teaser as well that Riot posted. So again, I think this is going to be a main teaser for the jungle champion or something, and I think this is like a little mini Easter egg, sort of hard to notice teaser for Yone, I guess, in this case, or hopefully it's for Yone, because I think the champion is still very far off. Maybe they're even just considering it still or something like that, so they threw it in just kind of for, you know, for fun, because Riot likes to do that. So that's pretty interesting in itself, right? And then another thing that got posted or sent is actually to Professor Kali. A viewer apparently sent him some files showing Yone and his, there we go, Yone and his information regarding him. So you can see Yone like summon, death of Yone and stuff like that, right? Related to the champion as well. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, Yone is a champion, or is Yasuo's brother, who is a kind of champion or card or whatever in Runeterra, the card game. But you might be wondering, well, the two games are different. There's nothing related to each other. Let's say yes and no, because think about it. Senna was actually a card already in Runeterra before she was even a champion in League of Legends. And then she, of course, became a champion in League of Legends. So that is not completely far-fetched whatsoever. And he is already a champion or a card or whatever in that game as well. So it's really not far-fetched whatsoever to say that he'll come from there to here, especially considering Riot knows that. How many people want Yone as a champion? Like, seriously, how awesome would it be if Yasuo's brother became a champion and the interactions and everything between them? Like, it's just, they just have to do it. Like, at some point, they have to do it. Like, it's just, there's no way they won't. I don't believe it. So another thing I want to go over with you guys is going to be this video here. So now, as I'm sure you guys know, Riot did release, this is a while ago, actually, 2015. But to be fair, if you guys didn't know, Senna was actually supposed to be the 10th anniversary champion for Riot Games, like I think by like year 2 of the company or something like that. I think like, or ever since like Lucian came out or something like that, which was a long time ago, they actually planned for Senna to be the 10th anniversary champion. That was like their long-term plan, which is why I bring this up, because since this was made in 2015, and you know, maybe this is Yone, who knows, it's not uncommon or it's not far-fetched to say that they've been planning to release Yone like this far in advance, right? Regardless, so let's go over this video. So as I'm sure you guys know, throughout this video, there's a bunch of like, you know, weird images and stuff like that. Maybe there's some kind of lore related to Master Yi, Yone, and Yasuo himself. But you can see throughout this video, he keeps seeing this little, my boy's Zed just kind of going ham there, right? He keeps seeing these images of this kind of weird looking samurai looking dude, right? Who has this like pretty next level looking helmet, I'll be honest. Maybe that's like a skin for Yone when he comes out, if he comes out, fingers crossed. Now, let's talk about this image a little more, right? So if we compare it to this picture of Yone right here, okay, that's not a very good picture. You know what? Whatever. We'll continue using this one. So Yone right here, you can see the armor is of course a little different, right? But it nonetheless looks, you know, somewhat similar, right? Even like his little hand gear over here, but he has double swords in this picture, right? It's a double sword looking samurai kind of dude. Yone has double swords in this as well, right? So Yone is a double sword user. You can see obviously one sword here, one sword there, right? So that kind of adds up in that kind of scenario, which kind of makes it make a lot of sense, if that makes any sense in itself. But throughout this video, he does see a bunch of images of this kind of, you know, weird looking samurai dude. This is like a... Dude, doesn't that look like Ionia? Like, seriously, that looks like Iona that just got completely destroyed. Here, this is him again, right? Check it out. Okay, well, that was a really quick one. You barely get any images there whatsoever. So let's go ahead and skip through, see where the next one is. I haven't watched this video in a very, very long time, so we have to kind of... There he is. There. Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, dude, okay, that actually looks like a samurai, like a literal samurai, like a Japanese samurai, right? And Ionia is supposed to be, like, you know, I think it's supposed to actually be based on Japan, I think, because it looks, because I swear they have like cherry blossoms and stuff there as well, or something like that, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, Yasuo and everyone, I'm pretty sure they're from Ionia too, right? I believe. So our boy getting all those images, and then of course you have like the final one from him behind it like that, right? Which looks really cool as well. Then they have the massive fight with Zed. By the way, Zed 1v3 in this video, which is, you know, my boy. You know, I'm just saying. And then you have this part here. This is when he just finds peace, I think, or something. Yeah, nothing really there. So the best image that we have of it is, of course, going to be the one I showed you guys near the beginning, which is this bad boy right here, right? We have that one right there. So, I mean, I don't know. They both use two swords. They both look like they're... I mean, this guy looks like a samurai, so maybe that's the far-fetched part. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But there's a bunch of new stuff confirming the fact that Yone actually, honestly, might become a champion in League of Legends, which is going to be super, super cool. Now, we did make a video not too long ago talking about Yone as well, saying that he can be a champion in League of Legends as well. So that's going to be pretty cool too, which we did talk about before. Now, that one did end up being false because that was actually an April Fool's video. Yikes. But either way, guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? I want to know in the comments below. Like, first of all, do you even want to see Yone as a champion, right? Now, there's a bunch of comments in the Reddit thread talking about this. Some people believe it. Some people don't believe it. Some people are saying, you know, that this guy's talking about how he believes it's him because it's the same, you know, dual-wielding masked samurai as the one from the Project animation thing, which kind of makes sense. He holds two katanas. Where is a masked samurai? Yone is a samurai with two katanas. The new champion is a masked guy that refuses to die. Yeah, speaking of which, actually,
champion who refuses to die. We know
one of the new champions, I forgot to mention this, one of the new champions coming out to League of Legends, right? So we have, of course, that jungle samurai, or not jungle samurai, the jungle evolving champion coming out. Another champion that we have coming out is supposed to be an edgy solo laner. Now, Riot Games specifically have stated that before in one of their teasers, or not teasers, sorry, one of their roadmaps. They did say that the next champion, one of the next champions, is going to be an edgy solo laner. I mean, who's more edgy than Yasuo's brother? Like, let's be honest here. Like, who is more edgy than this edgy-ass looking guy right here? Like, straight up. But let's take a listen to this line. Take a listen to this.
Event this summer. The event will
so this big event this summer
blossom with a new jungler to fawn over, followed by a masked champion who refuses to die.
A masked champion who refuses to die. Masked champion who refuses to die. Now, he could be unmasked now, right? Maybe he has like a form of mask and non-mask. Maybe this is just his depiction in Runeterra, but maybe in League of Legends he will wear the mask, and then maybe one of his skins, kind of like Kale, will unmask him, right? Refuses to die, though. That's the most important part. Refuses to die. An edgy solo laner that refuses to die. In the lore, Yasuo actually ended up killing Yone because Yone was sent after Yasuo to find him because, I mean, Yasuo got essentially framed for killing his master at his dojo or whatever. Yone was sent to kill Yasuo. Yasuo ended up finding Yone. They ended up having a 1v1 and Yasuo ended up beating Yone and actually killing Yone. Now, let me go ahead and quickly show you guys that in the wiki. If you guys, oops, I wrote Yone wiki, not Yasuo wiki. I'm going to show you guys very quick in the wiki, right? So Yasuo ended up killing Yone, and then, I mean, as far as we knew from then, that should have been the death of the champion. Now, let me go ahead and search up Yone. Here. So when Yone began his apprenticeship, blah, 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 so much that Yasuo showed natural talent and became only a student, you know, blah, blah. The old man saw Yasuo's potential, but like trying to bridle a whirlwind, his people was known to ignore most teachings. Yone pleaded his brother to set aside his arrogance, etc., etc. And then here they fight. The price he wanted to pay, until he was tracked down by the one he dreaded most, his own brother, Yone. And then bound by, you know, thing, their swords met, they fought, blah, blah, blah. Yone was no match, and with a single flash of steel, Yasuo cut his brother down. He begged for forgiveness, but Yone's dying words were the wind techniques responsible for Elder Soma's death, which we now assume it's Riven, by the way. to Yone's death. Now, right, there's a lot of things pointing to Yone's death, that he's supposed to be dead, but I mean, this teaser also talks about how the fact that he just refuses to die, and it's a masked
new
champion.
jungler to fawn over, followed by a masked champion who refuses to die.
Right. I mean, it just kind of adds
why.
up, right? On top of these little Easter eggs happening over here, and I mean, this combined with this, and the fact that he's in this game, and everyone wants Yone to become a champion, it just, there's a lot of signs pointing to Yone actually becoming a champion, and that, I don't know, it just seems like that. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want Yone to become a champion, let me know down in the comments below. And I mean, honestly, at this point, crossing our fingers, but there's a lot of things starting to point to the fact that Yone will become a champion, and I'm very excited. So hopefully this summer, boys and girls, hopefully this summer, Yone is going to be the champion according to what this guy says here.
New jungler to fawn over, followed by a masked champion who refuses to die.
In summer, by the way.
On 2 champions, they'll be part of a big event this summer.
This summer. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm not a crazy old man, you know, going senile or something like that. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.